So it's really, really cool, and it's totally up to you. And you might be seeing job postings out there that are like, I want a VA for $8 an hour or $15 an hour. That's BS. That's stupid. I'm having a drink of my martini to that because that is just ridiculous.
Hey, Laptop Freedom Babes, Wonderlust Babes.
How are you? This is Hello from Greece.
Hello. Wonderlusters.
Yay! Hello! It is Rebecca from the Wonderlust VA going live here. Going live now. Hello, it's Rebecca from the Wonderlust VA. I'm also the mentor of the Laptop Freedom Program, which is a program that helps you start your VA business. I'm so excited to do a free training today on a question that I get asked all the time, which is an awesome question. How much money can you make as a virtual assistant? So I'd love to see if you're here and where you're listening from. If you're catching the replay, send me an emoji. And my last couple lives, I've liked to incorporate a beverage. So this is an espresso martini. Very excited to enjoy this. So if anyone wants to snuggle up for this live training with a beverage of choice, cheers, I will drink with you. Okay, so a question I get asked all the time is how much can you make as a virtual assistant? Which is such an important question to ask, especially if you are currently in a 9-to-5 position or some kind of job and you're wondering if it will replace the income. And, as you're looking into starting your virtual assistant business, you're also kind of exploring a whole new potential lifestyle and what is important to you and what value has for you. So this is a really important question. And actually, Heather from Texas, that is awesome. I've actually never been to Texas, but I really want to because I heard that it snows in Texas and that blew my mind. I heard it can snow in Texas. Okay, so I really want to dive into this live training. How much can you make as a virtual assistant? And the answer is both one that people hate and one that people love. It depends. It's a sliding scale. So with that, I can't give you this big, concrete answer and you're like, perfect, that's the number I want. I'm going to sign on the dotted line and start my biz today. I can't give you that number. But the great thing about the scale, the sliding scale of how much VAs can make means that it's up to you. And there's so much more flexibility. Hi, Paige. Yay! Can I wave? Wave. Nope. Okay, cool. I'm waving with my hands. Hello, Paige. So glad you're here. So unlike maybe a job with a set salary and you only get a $1 promotion after a certain amount of time, and then you only earn your vacation days after you've been loyal with a company for a certain amount of time, that's kind of what we're used to hearing. That is not the case for virtual assistants, and that can both be a little scary because you're like, what? Like, where's the structure? I need a number. I'm used to seeing a concrete number. And it can be really freeing as well when you step into the understanding that as a virtual assistant, you have so much more control over how much money you make. So starting out, virtual assistants, the ones that go through the Laptop Freedom Program, the ones that I kind of mentor, it depends where in the world you are. But most of the women here in the Wonderlust group, you are from North America, Europe, Australia. So we're all kind of living in countries with similar standards of living. So for all of you wonderful ladies, starting out, VAs can make anywhere between $20, $25 to $50 an hour, starting out, really kind of depending on what sort of skill sets you have coming into it. So, you'd be kind of starting out at a higher range if you had graphic design experience or web develop experience, and you are now looking to go into sort of a more VA work for yourself business and endeavor. So that's what it's like starting out hourly. However, the cool thing about virtual assisting is that there's more than just hourly. There are different packages you can have. You can have per project package. That might be really big. You might be depending on where your skills take you and what areas of virtual assisting you explore. Let's say, for example, you start off as virtual assisting, and then as you are virtual assisting, you fall in love and expand your skills in web page development. Let's say you do that. Let's say you niche down. You don't have to niche down, but let's say you do that. Then you can start like building someone's website and putting like a cost at that. And that's like that's an example of like a per project. And that could be huge because a client can't necessarily build their website, or they don't want to spend the time building their website. And so not only is there a value to your skill set and the project, but there's huge monetary value for the client not having to do it and just knowing it's being handled by someone who's great at it. So that's kind of where that number comes in. You can bundle your hours together into packages, 20-hour package, 10-hour package, 30-hour package. You can do packages like that with expiry dates. And that means you get paid up front, and a client buys 30 hours off of you. It expires in 45 days, and you can crank those 30 hours out in 3 days and get someone else paying another 30-hour package. You can stack your packages, or you can 30-hour package, maybe you work 1 hour a day for 30 days, and then you can stack all of those packages as well. So you really have the ability to sit back, do the math, figure out kind of how much you would like to be making, and layer your packages, adjust your hourly rate, have your per project, all that kind of stuff. So yes, it's not just some like concrete number, boom, this is what virtual assistants make. And you might be like, shit, that sucks. I really just wanted Rebecca to pop on here and just tell me, assure me that I'm going to make the same amount that I do at my job. I can't assure you because there's so many factors. One, I don't know how much you make at your 9-to-5 job. There are LFP alumni, Laptop Freedom alumni who have been teachers who have made more than they have as a teacher. That's been great. I've had tons of women in going through the program replace their income. But, I don't know, if you are a surgeon and you are working 20 hours a day making millions of dollars, are you going to replace that as a VA? Probably not at first. Right? But then we get to add value to what you get in the rest of your life as a virtual assistant. So can you put a monetary value on being able to travel and make money at the same time? Can you put a monetary value on being able to be at home and available for your kids, take them to those doctor's appointments? Can you put a monetary value on not working for a jerk boss and just being stress-free? And can you put a monetary value on potentially having, health obstacles that make going to an office really hard for you? So that's the other cool part about virtual assisting. That's why it's such a layered conversation to have. Yes, we have to make money. But at what cost? And what is that worth to us? So starting out, as I'm telling you, starting out in one of the ways that VAs get paid hourly, we're looking at $20, $25, $50 an hour, depending on your skill set. But if you have multiple clients with multiple packages and you layer them all together, If you've got a couple per projects that are paid up front, you crank them out, you're really fast and efficient. I mean, you can make so much money doing this kind of work. Or maybe you're like, you know what? I'm drained. My 9 to 5, where I've been grinding to make lots of money, sucks. I want to be a part time VA. I just want to be a part time VA. It's not about the money right now. I'm going to have a couple clients that I love, and I'm going to make that money that way. It's so flexible. So it really depends on how much time you want to spend as a virtual assistant working on things. And it depends on how much you are willing to learn. So, like any job, there is that entry level. And the learning curve as virtual assistants is so steep. It is so steep. So you go from starting your virtual assistant business to getting clients, getting exposed to their business, doing tasks for them, and suddenly there are so many additional skills that you have. And there's so many things that you can now help your clients with or potential clients with. Your clients now realize that their business so needed you and they are so dependent on you and they're obsessed with you. You can then raise your rates. So you may start off $20 an hour, and then you've got bundles of packages, and you've got some clients and you've stacked the packages, and you space the packages out, whatever it is, you've got that all sorted. And then you raise your rates in a couple months because the learning curve is so steep. Or you have multiple clients and they're all paying different things. They're all paying different rates. Because the first client you got, you signed them on at $30 an hour, and you're going to wait 3 months before you raise your rate. But you've already learned so much from them. So you've onboarded a second client. You are already more knowledgeable than you were with this first one. And so now these guys are at $35, $40 an hour. And that's just the hourly. I can't emphasize enough. There's packages, there's per project. And so now that you are a VA and you are working for yourself, you are also a business owner. And if you are going to run your business successfully, you have to get comfortable with money. You have to get comfortable with money. You have to get comfortable with looking at your bank statement, looking at your lifestyle, crunching the numbers and being like, okay, this is what I'd like to be making. These are my financial goals. Cool. Now, as a business owner, what do I need to be bringing into my business? Do I have subcontractors? How many clients do I bring on? Am I a VA for a year and then I realize that I know everything it takes to start a online Etsy shop and I'm selling things? I mean, whatever it is. And then you're making more money that way. So yes, you can make, hi Jess, you can make great money as a virtual assistant. You can make little money as a virtual assistant, but it's about figuring out what you want to make and having fun, putting on your little entrepreneurial hat and layering packages, having multiple clients, honing in on some certain skills. Maybe you fall in love with something that is really cool with the online world and you're able to totally do it while you're traveling, whether domestically or internationally, it doesn't matter. So it's a hard question to answer because you now have so much more control. So let me just summarize it because I'm sure people are still sitting here and they're like, Rebecca, I just want to know how much a VA can make. So starting out, VAs, if you're just going with hourly, VAs can make anywhere from $20, $25 to $50 an hour depending on their skill level. Okay, cool. Everyone happy with that response? Now, I'm going to get you all excited about what that potential means, what that can look like, how you can have multiple clients on 20-hour packages, and you can just have, I don't know, maybe you work really hard one week and then you take the other week off so you can go camping or whatever it is. And this all gets getting used to. You know, like I know there's ladies that are watching this live that are in the Laptop Freedom Program and they're like, what, really? Like I didn't, this is, oh, look at all this potential. It's trial and error. You're going to figure it out. You will figure it out, I promise. Because if you're already at this place where you're looking to become a virtual assistant, then you're already an entrepreneurial thinking person. You're already excited about the fact of working for yourself, making your own money, and having this creative space to work in and exploring what that means. You can have one client that you totally love working with them, and you do, you know, maybe it's repetitive social media tasks for them. And then you get this opportunity. There's this Laptop Freedom alum, you know, she might get this opportunity to, someone from the NFL reached out to her about creating a course. And she was like, that's such a cool opportunity. I totally want to do it. I could totally back this NFL player and create a course for this person. And this is what I'm going to charge. Was it related to what she's charging her other clients? I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Maybe she sat back and she was like, you know, what am I saving up for? What would be a good amount? And then what makes sense? And what's the value? And it's so cool. Instead of sitting down in front of a desk in a corporate office and having someone be like, this is the salary we're going to offer you. And you have the potential of getting a $1 raise after the first 11 months, and then one vacation day for every part of your soul you sell to us. That's what we're used to. And at least we can sit there and we can be like, oh, he's not going to budge because they gave me a concrete number and this is the way the world is. And you know what? This is what other people in this position are making. And, you know, at least the benefits are good. No more of those conversations. Now it's like, cool. How much do I want to work? Who do I want to work for? What skill sets do I want to have? What do I want to learn? Do I want to layer clients with lots of bundled packages? Do I want to be a per project kind of VA? Do I want to manage a bunch of people's social media? And what is the value to that, regardless of how long it takes you to do it? Regardless. It might take you an hour to engage in someone like a client. Let's say you're working with a client and you are their social media manager, and one of your tasks is to engage with their followers. Maybe you engage with the followers 1 hour a day. But engagement leads to your client being able to sell their product. That's where the value comes from. It's not that you worked an hour. It's that the value you created and contributed to this business was huge. And the client doesn't have to do it. Therefore, the client can go and be rubbing elbows with other partnerships and making money that way. So it's really, really cool, and it's totally up to you. And you might be seeing job postings out there that are like, I want a VA for $8 an hour or $15 an hour. That's BS. That's stupid. I'm having a drink of my martini to that because that is just ridiculous. VAs are worth so much more than that. And may VAs that live in other places of the world that maybe that works for them apply for those jobs. And may those clients never see the full benefit of how a VA can help them grow their business and what that is worth to them. So that is the response to how much a VA can make. I've seen it replace incomes, no problem. I've seen it support women who weren't making any money start to make money. And I have definitely seen it support women leaving their 9 to 5 and have way more say and creative control over where they get their money, what they get their money for, how much they make, can they pay for their travels while they're traveling. That was always my number one goal when I started as a VA, is that I wanted to be able to take my laptop anywhere in the world and the trip pay for itself. And that happens. And that to me is like worth every penny. So that's the cool part. That is the answer to how much a VA can make. And enjoy that sense of flexibility, that I can't just fire out a concrete number. This is what all VAs make. That would be me being like, this is what all teachers make. This is what all nurses make. And that's what we're leaving, ladies. We're leaving that world. But also don't get discouraged. If you're seeing jobs that are just for transcription or, really, really mundane low tasks, yes, someone in India may do that for $8 an hour. You do not have to. You are not destined to work for $8 an hour. I promise. I promise. You're going to have a lot more skill sets. So that is the answer. The answer is starting out hourly, 20, 25 to 50, and then it is really up to you, and there's no ceiling. You don't have to wait for a year to get a promotion. You move as fast as you want in the online world. There's a reason the tech industry has grown as fast as it does. There's a reason why the tech industry has some of the most billionaires. Because there is no restriction on what you can do and how much money you can make. We're not squeezing people into boxes and saying like, well, this is what, other people are making of the same job title, so that's what you get to make. No. Didn't work for Bill Gates, didn't work for Bezos, didn't work for Zuckerberg. They were like, I want to make what I want to make, doing what I want to do, and I want to grow as fast as I can, as fast as I want. And that's what's really cool about virtual assisting, is that it is really up to you, and that is scary, and that is foreign, and OMG. But that's what's so great about the Wonderlust community and the Laptop Freedom Program, is that we're here to support you while you navigate all these oh shits and this like OMGs and this like, what does all this mean? We're here to support you. In the Laptop Freedom Program, I support all the women in just setting 4 packages. 4 packages. Okay? We just set 4 because that is manageable. It's a module in the course and we go through it. But if you want to customize, if you are now empowered to have a discovery call with a client and have them say, the packages that you have listed on your sheet don't quite work for me. Are you open to, customizing one? Yeah, sister. And that's the amazing part. So I'm so glad you all hopped on. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Let me know if you caught the replay. And if having control over how much money you can make excites you, kind of gives you butterflies, then you are in the right place and you are on the right path to start working for yourself as a virtual assistant in the online world. So, martinis, drinks, let me know if you drank anything while you watch this live or listened to it in the background, and cheers.